So before we get going, let me tell you something. I have pretty mixed thought about this device and I will try to explain everything in 5 minutes. So this might be just the brief that what it is all about, but this video is enough for you guys to make decision. So let's do it. So other thing aside, first let me talk about performance, because that is very simple thing, because it's fast, responsive, and multitasking in this device is a cake, like no problem at all. And also just because this phone is so powerful in the multitasking, they have actually did this thing in which you can actually lock 3 apps as whenever you want to, and whenever you will open multitasking, these 3 apps of your choice will be there, which sounds like of no use but pretty convenient. I'm not gonna go more as I only have 5 minutes, and this is something which was worth sharing, not anything else in this department. As you all know, Samsung makes one of the best displays in the market, and this one is no exception. Like totally amazing, colors are perfect, as well as the saturation, as well as brightness. You all know about Samsung displays, how good they are. But something which is not right, or I should say great, is sound. Like speakers of this phone is pretty loud, but it looks like that they are throwing sound outside the phone, like not to us. The thing is, speakers are throwing the sound backwards, not at you, which is sad. But display is wow! Oh my god! Let's just take a moment and appreciate fingerprint scanner in this phone. Like I have tried many phones, but in this is like too good. Moving on to the design, it's big, bold, and for sure beautiful, but you cannot use this device with one hand, and that camera bump, it's humongous. Like your fingers will touch the camera sensors like 100 times a day for sure, no kidding, because it's too big. And with that also, it makes you look something like this when it's in a table. And fingerprints, well, it's pressed faster than coronavirus in this phone, but again, for sure, it looks big, bold, and beautiful. So battery life is better than other Android phones. Like it has 5000 mAh of battery, which can last whole day. And also I'm sharing this experience with you because I have been keeping this phone or using this phone in 120Hz. If you don't know, this phone has 120Hz of display, which is sick. And also this phone is 5G compatible, which means future proofing. And by the way, the bezels, I mean the corner of this device, looks amazing too. It feels like everything is melting, which feels amazing. And last but very important, the camera. We all might have a very different opinion, but I am ready with mine, so let's go. But first, let's sort out the selfie camera first, which is 40 megapixel and is pretty great, but again oversaturated, which makes you look very beautiful, which is not right, but still you can live with it. Finally, let's come to the most talked about thing, which is the rear camera. There are total 4 in numbers if I count depth sensor too. I have to say first, camera is perfect this time, no issues. Like I clicked some great pictures with this, but it stays good only when we don't talk about the others. Just hear me out. So as this have 3 options, ultra wide, wide, and telephoto. Like if you know GoPro, ultra wide is just like that, like absolutely same, even better than GoPro in some sense. And if you move to wide, well, for me, it was my size, like for perfect click. And things start to get kind of awkward when we talk about telephoto. As you can see the difference in front of you guys, I leave it to you guys. Like some of you might like it, some of you might hate it, but for me, it was just in the mid. So, more the megapixels, better the camera, right? We all know the answer is no, because sensor matters the most. So the ultrawide sensor holds that 108 megapixel. Yes, 108 megapixel. So according to which we should get some great shots, even though if we will zoom to the max. By the way, you can zoom up to 100x, and here as you can see, I tried different zoom levels to see how bad the picture will get, and the results are in front of you guys. The thing is, it's not about how bad the zoomed out picture is, bad or great. At least someone tried this out. And I'm not gonna say Samsung did the worst job. Like zoomed out pictures in this phone is best in the world right now, even better than iPhone. Again, I'm not talking about telephoto, we are talking about 100x zoomed out pictures. And in this phone is best in the market. But do we even need this much? Like that is the question. Rather than zooming, I might prefer moving forward towards a subject. But again, it's just my thought and I leave it to you guys. And low light photography, well, what to say, it's better than Android phones out there. It's very surprising that how well it performs in low light or even in no light. Like it's very complicated sometimes. This camera, it's like sometimes it's best in the world and sometimes I feel betrayed that it is just a gimmick. And talking about 8K recording, guys, let me tell you something. Again, amazing to see that Samsung is taking every risk possible and also doing it right, like getting it too close to that thing. But problem in 8K recording is that it's not in 60 FPS. And that is not the problem. Like it feels kind of shaky too in some places. But there's a good thing. You always have that 4K in 60 FPS, which is so good that you will not even feel for that 8K thing. And also you have to select 8K going through settings. And well, there you have it. And that's why I told you I have mixed reaction to this phone. The thing is, phone is so good, like display, battery, performance, everything. But Samsung's main focus was on camera. And that is why there is so much hype about this. Like, but it takes some amazing ultra wide pictures too and wide photos too. But do we really need 100x zoomed out photos? That is the main question. And if you can answer that, you know what you want to go with. And about 8K, well, if you have 600 MB of space for 1 minute video, all the best to you. And with that being said, I absolutely love this phone. I have actually ignored that zoom thing and 8K recording feature. And with that being said, I hope you all like this video and subscribe for more. And again, I'm AJ and I'm signing off. Bye bye.